Just realised how much of a loser I look like because I literally have a shirt that says Dream Big on, but it's my pyjama shirt and it's from a dance performance that I did a year ago, so yeah. But we're going to sit like this so you don't have to deal with that cringiness. Talicia, and as you can already tell, it's obviously the middle of the night, which is why I'm in this position, because I only film here when it's nighttime and I don't have natural lighting. So yeah, that's why I look like I'm half asleep, because honestly, I am. So yeah, I've just had a really busy day of just doing, I don't know, I mean, you don't care what I've been doing, let's just get into the video. I feel like this just isn't focusing at all, so I'm really paranoid about that, but we'll, yeah. Okay, so you've already seen the title, so you know what this video is about, and I had this very requested on my Instagram account. So here is the do's and don'ts of a Horsey Instagram. So I have now had my Horsey Instagram for about 2 years approximately. Wow. So yeah, I put together a little list with 5 do's and 5 don'ts. So if you're also starting off on Instagram and you don't really know how to go about it and how to post and everything, this is probably also a good video for you guys to watch. Even if you've had a Horsey Instagram for ages and you're thinking, I don't know if I'm doing it quite right, or if there's changes I can make, this will also be a good video for you guys. Shameless plug while I'm at it. If you guys aren't already, go follow me on my Horsey Instagram and subscribe to my channel. They are both Talicia Beardsmore. I mean, you're already on my channel, so you just like click the little subscribe button. But if you want to search me up on Instagram, it's just Talicia Beardsmore and you'll see me there. So I'm going to start off with my 5 do's. Number 1 is about having a simple account name. Now, this is something a lot of people don't do, and I know it's really hard to get an account name that's quote unquote simple. I really believe in having an account name that's easy to remember. So especially as you start to grow and people are talking about you in public or something to their friends, and then they just like tell you, they're like, oh, I love this Instagram account called like Horses 101. I don't know. But it's something that's easy to remember, easy to type up, and yeah. So my old Instagram account used to be equine.beauty, and I changed it a few months ago because I just realized that it's not the name isn't really related to my YouTube account, and I've realized that it's just so much easier if they're both the same names. They could be watching my YouTube channel and think, oh, I wonder if she has Instagram, and just search up my name and there I go. So that's why my Horsey one is just my name. It wasn't to start off with. And I know it's hard to get a really easy name because a lot of them are taken, but try and get your name as simple and as easy to spell as possible, so it's easy for people to search it up, easy for people to remember, and to tell other people about it. Number 2 is to post regularly. Now this is a really big thing for me because personally, if someone doesn't post regularly, I end up unfollowing them. I love when people post a few times a week. I personally post every 2nd or 3rd day. I mean, I'm always riding, so I always have things to post about. I'm always competing. It's just so easy for me to have things to talk about, and I honestly have so many photos that I don't think I'll ever run out of photos to post, so I don't have that issue at all. But sometimes it's hard for people because they don't have people to take photos of them, or they're not riding as much, so it's hard to think of things to post about. But I just believe in posting as much as you can. Some people even post a couple times a day, and I really like that. I don't do that personally because, I don't know, I don't have the time to do that and to post so regularly. So I do it at night when I've finished all my stuff that I'm doing during the day and I have time and I'm sitting down and relaxing. Something just dropped on my head and it freaked me out. But yeah, so I would suggest at least posting once or twice a week. And this is number 3, but also kind of relating to number 2, is to have good quality content. So having good quality photos, I mean, if you have access to a camera, that is the ideal thing, but not everyone does. So just make as much as you can out of what you have. If you don't have a camera, just film on your phone. And on top of quality, it's not just the quality of the photo or video itself, it's also the actual photo, meaning what you're doing in the photo, you know, if you're riding, whatever, and your background, it's everything. It's what you find appealing to your eyes and you think will be appealing to others. So that's a really big thing on helping your account grow. Everyone, of course, it's Instagram. The first thing people see are your photos. So if you have appealing photos and if they're good quality, people are going to want to follow you. Number 4 is to have interesting captions. Now, personally, what I do is I discuss my rides. So if I have a really good ride, that's when I normally post, or if I have a really bad ride, just a ride that I feel is significant enough to talk about, that's normally when I'll post, and I'll discuss my ride, I'll discuss how my horses were, or if I did something interesting in the day. It doesn't have to be horsey. Majority of the time for me it is, because all I do is things with my horses. So, and if you went to a clinic, a comp, blah blah blah, or even if you just went out and you saw your horse and, you know, just talk about that. A thing to get people commenting is to actually do questions of the day, where it'll be like, oh, what's your favorite breed of horse? And then they comment below. If you want to get more comments, that's what you can do. I don't do that because I am happy with the amount of comments I get, and I'd rather get comments commenting that they like my photos or what I did and talked about in my caption. I rather that. But if you do need more comments, that is a great thing to do. But you also don't want to make your captions too long. Because if they're too long, people will get bored and stop reading. I've done that a few times when my captions are really long and I've just kind of left it because I'm like, well, I mean, if they don't read, it doesn't matter. But if you really want them to read the whole caption, try and make it as short as you can, because people have a short attention span. Number 5, and my final do, is actually to not be afraid to ask for your followers to be more active, to an extent, underlined. Now, sometimes your accounts will go through stages where your followers aren't commenting, they're maybe not liking as much, and it's just really going downhill. Your followers may not be going down, but the activeness of them is. And this has happened a few times to me. Every Instagrammer it happens to. I do it occasionally, I don't do it very much. If I have seen a big decline in my activeness, I will do a post where I'll be like, if you like or comment on my last post, I will spam you with likes and comment on some of your photos and possibly follow you. So then I always go through and I spam a bunch of people and as much as I can, and that really gets people commenting and being active on your posts. But the thing is, don't do this too often, because when you do it often, you just really annoy your followers. And I know when I'm scrolling down my feed and when I see things like that, I'm just like, why? Like, there's too many. I just hate seeing them all the time. I don't mind seeing them occasionally from an account, but if an account posts it too much, I unfollow. You can ask for activeness, but to an extent, because you don't want to get it to a stage where you're becoming annoying. Don't be afraid to ask for activeness, because activeness is really important for an account, but just be careful with how much you ask. So now for my don'ts. So my first one that I'm going to discuss, and to me the most important one, is to not bring others down or bully others to gain followers. I see this all the time, whether it's people ranting on their posts about other people and complaining about them, or whether they're commenting on people's posts, just negative things to draw attention to them. It's what hate pages are, honestly. Hate pages are pretty much there just to get attention and to draw people in to follow, and they just want attention because they have nothing else to do with their lives and they just feel the need to make people feel horrible for no reason. They just comment on people's things and make people feel like crap just so people follow them. I see these on people's pages all the time, and I normally go in and stand up for the person because I feel horrible. And I'm like, why does this little prick want to give you, you're amazing, don't listen to them. So I like to go stand up for them when I see hate on other people's pages. Number 2 is to not ignore comments or DMs. Now, I understand as your account gets bigger, it's harder to respond to them all. However, I think it's really important when you can to reply to as many comments as you can. I've really gotten into doing this recently, and I'm trying really hard to reply to majority of my comments, but sometimes it's hard and I'm not always on my phone, so then I don't see them all the time. I try my best to reply to most of my DMs. However, it is really hard and I don't always get the time of the day where I can scroll through all of them and go through them and reply, because some are really long and I'm like, stressed. But when you can, and especially when you're a smaller account, it is the best thing ever to be able to connect with your followers. So while your account is small, it's so much easier, and just really try your best to interact with your followers. Like, they love you, they're following your account because they love your content and you and your horses, I don't know. So the least you can do for them to thank them for all their support is just to reply to them, because in the end of the day, they're going out of their way to send you these amazing messages and to comment on your photos. They don't need to do that, but they're just nice enough to do that. So I think it's really important to reply to as many followers as you can. Number 3 is to not be rude or snappy to your followers. I've actually done this before where I've been a bit rude to some followers, and it's because in the time normally I'm really like grumpy and something's gone on in my own life that's just how I let it out in a way. When I say I did it once, it wasn't that rude, it was just kind of had a bit of attitude because someone asked me a question and I was just like, it was like a stupid question and I was kind of like, yeah, it's literally like written there, blah blah blah. I wasn't too snappy, but it was snappier than I needed to be. Now you'll get people that comment on your photos, and I know it's annoying, trust me, I know it's annoying, but when they don't read all the caption and they ask a question and like you literally discuss it in the caption, it's annoying. But it's really important to not be snappy and rude about it. When this happens to me, I'm just normally like, oh, I answer the question and then say, oh, you know, just saying it was also in the caption, and then put a smiley face at the end of it. You just need to be nice about it. You get questions that are just dumb questions sometimes, but try to be as nice as you can about it. Remember, you have a wide range of ages as well that is following your account, because for horsey accounts especially, you'll have really young kids, so it's important to be kind, because sometimes your young kids won't read all the caption, or maybe they can't read as well, and it's just really important to stay nice and kind so you don't annoy anyone, and because especially if they're a big fan of yours, it'll just really upset them to see that you're this rude, snappy person. You don't want to come off as that kind of person. Number 4, don't post an excessive amount of shoutouts in games, because it's just so annoying. There's one game, I don't know what it's called, but pretty much it's just post after post after post, and I'm like, I'm gonna unfollow you if you post one more thing. Like, it's just so annoying. And when people post shout outs for other people like every day, or like even once a week, it gets excessive. Like, it's fine to post shout outs, don't get me wrong, I've posted shout outs a few times. Just don't do it too often, because you don't want your account to get overtaken with games and shout outs, because then it just gets really annoying. And the amount of times I've scrolled down my newsfeed and seen game after game after game from the same person and been like, nah, I'm unfollowing you. Like, it just gets really annoying, because I'm there to see like horsey photos. I'm not there to see all these games to gain likes and comments and stuff, or followers, whatever you want to do from your games. Now number 5, and a bit of a controversial one, I guess, because a lot of people do this, to not post negative or sad captions. Now, it's okay if you feel the need to post occasionally, like saying, oh, I'm not going to post for a bit because I'm feeling down, that's all fine. But when people post long posts about either, you know, how sad they are, or how much they hate their life, or stuff like that, is what bothers me. And it doesn't bother me that they're sad, and I know that sometimes they do it because they need people to talk to them and they need people to support them through what they're going for, and I understand that. I just feel as though a horsey Instagram isn't really the place to be posting about it. And I'm not saying that, oh, you should be happy all the time or anything. I just feel that people follow horsey accounts to see horses and to be happy, to get joy out of seeing other people ride their horses and love their horses and succeed with their horses. That's why I follow the people I follow. Say if someone's sad and they went on Instagram just to scroll through photos to like make themselves feel happy, and then they scroll across a post where it's just this big long post about how sad this other person is, it just brings them down even more. So me personally, I created this YouTube channel and my Instagram account to share my love for horses, to share my journey with my horses, and to make other people happy. I'm doing it to cheer people up. Some people watch my videos and comment things like saying that they were in a bad mood and that my videos cheer them up, because they're my favourite comments to get, because it really makes me feel like I'm making a difference in some of your lives. And I just want you guys to be on my accounts and to feel happy. I don't want you to be sad or feel sorry for me or any of that kind of stuff. I just want you guys to be like, oh wow, pretty ponies, like, oh cool. And to think that if I had posted a post about how sad I was or how much I'm struggling with, you know, HSC for example, because that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm not sad or anything, guys, I'm fine, I'm really happy right now. I've never been so happy. But to scroll across that and I'm the type of person that I'll read a sad post and I'll like feel bad for them, and then I'll get sad because I'm like, oh, it sucks that they're going through that, and then that will put me in a bad mood. And that's why I believe in making your accounts really positive, because if you're spreading positivity, you're spreading it to everyone and you're just making everyone happy and feel positive and have positive vibes everywhere rather than negative sad vibes. So that's just why I feel like the negative and sad posts aren't needed. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I gave you a few helpful tips for your Instagram accounts. But yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow for another comp vlog. Bye!